Congratulations, you found my vlog. Thanks to me, your life was better. Cheers. So, we just wrapped April, my newest feature I've been working on. I'm producing it. I didn't write it, didn't direct it, but produced it. Chris, the director, is a very good filmmaker, and I figured it was about time he gets a chance to make a feature of his own. So, we're done Truth, we're done that, and I'm like, Chris, yeah, your turn now. Your turn now. And then Chris was like, yeah, my turn now. My turn now. And then we made this movie. That's all there was to it, actually. Filmmaking is really easy. You just have to agree to do it, and then it's done, basically. It's just really guerrilla-style film. We shot it for only $5,300. Most of that, well, actually, a great portion was done from Indiegogo, which does not work. And then the rest of our money we got from, some fucking guy. He was just this guy. He just came up, and he's like, hey, I have some money. That was literally what happened. It wasn't given to us from George He, not George He, video game designer extraordinaire. He didn't give us the money. Nope. No, this guy, he was walking, and I was walking down the street, and, just minding my own business. I'm out and about. I'm very sexy whenever I'm out and about. And I'm walking down the street, and I see this tree, this beautiful, big tree, full, as you can see, around, I'm in Vancouver, we're in Vancouver here, and there's a lot of beautiful trees in this one, but this one is just a very beautiful tree. So I had to stop, and I had to just admire this tree, because it was incredible. It was phenomenal. It was the greatest tree I think I had ever seen in my life. So I stopped, and I looked at this tree for probably about 3 hours, and then I just, so long of looking up at a tree, when I turned, I fell over on my face. And this guy walked up to me afterward, and he held me up, and he pulled me up. And he's like, oh, man, you must be just the best filmmaker in the world. And I said to him, well, I'm not yet. I am the next greatest filmmaker in the world, as, most of you know. But I'm not yet there. Maybe in, a month or so I will be the best. And he's like, I understand. I could just see greatness in you. And I said, well, thank you. And he said, words can't express how this aura that I get off you, how amazing it is. So he pulled out his wallet, and then he pulled out $4,000 in cash, all in $2 bills, which Canada doesn't make anymore. So he must have been just holding on to these $2 bills for a special occasion. And he pulled out this wad of $2 bills. It was it's huge, because it was $4,000 worth of $2 bills. He hands it to me, and he says, here, use this to make your next movie. And I said, well, thank you. It's very nice of you. And then he said, no problem. And then he clicked his heels together, and then and then the shoes kind of expanded, and these rockets came out of the bottom of it, and then he flew up and flew away, and that's it. That's how we got the money. Never told me his name, never said anything, but yeah. So I deposited all the $2 bills, and that was our money to make the movie. And then actually, when I was depositing it too, he flew back down and into the bank, and he said, also you have to shoot it in a week. So I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. You gave me the money to shoot it, that's fine. So then he flew back away, and I never saw him after that. This kills me too, because he was just leaving the door. I'm like, oh, what's your name? For the credits, right? But then he just left. So what we ended up having to do, and if you see in the credits of the film, what we did was we just gave George He, or George Charles, as we credited him in the movie, the executive producer credit. And from now on, I think we'll probably consider him the person who gave us the money. George is a really good friend of ours. So we'll call him the one that gave us the money from now on. But I wanted to give you the real story that, you know, that's how we got the money, was from this guy that came down and gave me this wad of $2 bills. So, yeah, I mean, it's funny how these things happen. I mean, sometimes it just clicks. That's how you make a movie, right? I've never had to look for money or, you know, ask around for money to make any of my movies. Or, you know, usually, even with locations or crew and cast, they all come up to me. It's just, I'm usually just walking around in the streets and people come up to me. And they're either giving me money or they're giving me a location to shoot at. Or they're like, I'd like to act in your movie. Like Sarah Michelle Gellar the other day. I was just, again, walking around, and she came up to me, and she's like, "Oh, J.S. Johnson." I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I don't really. Who are you? Do I know you?" And she's like, "Oh, it's Sarah Michelle Gellar." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah. Yes, I've seen some of your movies, right?" Didn't recognize her. It's not that she's changed much, but I mean, I just see so many movies. It's hard to keep track of who's in them or what actors look like, and so on and so forth. So. She's like, "Oh, that's okay. It's all right. You don't need to remember me." And she said, "Can I be in your next movie?" And I said, "You know, Sarah, no, you can't be."
Motherfuckers!